So students, let's move further to the next question here. Now question number 5 says, in given figure, POQ is a line. So let me just tell you this base here, that this line POQ is a straight line. It is given to us, right? And you all know a straight line has a 180-degree angle, right? Now further, ray OR is perpendicular to line PQ. So if you see that this is a line here, straight line, and ray OR is standing on it perpendicular, that means they both have angle of 90 degree between each other. Getting my point? So this angle is given to us as 90 degree. Now you know that this is a straight line, so the whole angle is of 180 degree. So if this angle is of 90, then definitely this side will be of 90 degree, because 180 minus 90 will remaining as 90. So whenever there is a straight line and there is a ray standing perpendicular to it, that means both the angles are going to be 90. That means this ray actually divides 180 degree angle into two equal parts, each of 90 degree. Getting my point? So let me just rub this area now. Now you can see here that this is of 90, also this is of 90 degree, right? Now further, it is given to us that OS is another ray lying between OP and OR. So if you see that there is another ray OS which is actually in between OP and OR. So there is a ray in between, it is given to us. Further, we have to prove that angle ROS. So you can see here angle ROS, what is it? So ROS. So this is the angle ROS, right? Now angle ROS is half of QOS. So what is QOS? Let me just mark it, QOS. So you can see the whole angle, this one is QOS. This is ROS and minus POS. So you can see POS. So this is the angle POS, right? So what we have to prove is this, the angle ROS is equal to half of angle QOS minus POS. This is what we have to prove in this question, right? So we are going to start with step by step. So first step, let me just write what is given to me here. So solution. So you can see given is that POQ is a straight line. You can see here this is a straight line and another ray OR is standing on it. That means PQ and OR are perpendicular to each other. So let me just write that OR is perpendicular to PQ, right? So this is what we have given in this question. Now to prove, so this is what we have to prove here. So let me just write that to prove angle ROS is equal to half of angle QOS minus angle POS. Let me just rub it. So this is what we have to prove in this question, right? Now let me just rub the question here because we now know what we have to prove here. Also, let me just make some space above. Yeah. Now, starting with the first thing which is given to me is that this angle POR is equal to QOR, right? So let me just change the marker here. Right, now angle ROQ is equal to ROP. Let me just write there, angle ROP is equal to ROQ. Both are of 90 degrees is given to me, right? So let me also add this into my given thing. So angle ROP is equal to angle ROQ because they are of 90 degrees, right? Now next thing is we have to prove that angle ROS is equal to half of angle QOS minus POS. But there's not even ROS, QOS and POS in the situation here. So how we will get these angles into it? So हम ये angles prove करने के लिए इस condition में कैसे लेके आएंगे? तो ध्यान से देखिएगा. अगर मैं angle ROP की बात करूं, तो यहाँ पे angle ROP कहाँ पर है आप देख सकते हैं? ROP. So मैं इस angle को कैसे लिख सकता हूँ? इस एंगल को लिख सकता हूं मैं एंगल ROS प्लस POS का कॉम्बिनेशन. अगर मैं इन दोनों एंगल्स को जोड़ दूं तो पूरा एंगल बन जाएगा, दैट इज ROP. सो ROP कैन बी रिटन एज ROS प्लस POS, राइट? सो आई एम राइटिंग इट एज एंगल ROS प्लस एंगल POS, राइट? नाउ यू कैन सी दिस ROS इज नाउ हियर, राइट? सो वी हैव टू आल्सो इंक्लूड QOS and POS in this condition, right? So POS is already here now. So what is remaining? That QoS. So somehow we have to generate QoS in this condition, right? So आप देख सकते हैं एंगल ROQ. So एंगल ROQ की बात करूं मैं अगर, so एंगल ROQ, so ये वाला एंगल, तो मैं इसको कैसे लिख सकता हूं? अगर आप देख सकते हैं, अगर मैं इस पूरे एंगल में से ये चीज माइनस कर दूं तो बचेगा मेरे पास ये वाला एंगल. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? सो मैं क्या कह रहा हूं यहाँ पे कि अगर मुझे ROQ को ऐसे लिख सकता हूं कि QoS, आप देख सकते हैं इसमें से अगर मैं ये वाला एंगल माइनस कर दूं तो मेरे पास क्या बचेगा? सिर्फ वो वाला एंगल. सो आई कैन ऑल्सो राइट एंगल QoS minus ROS at the place of ROQ. So I'm just writing angle, let me just clear. So QoS minus ROS. Now we have reached to this point that all the angles related to the proof here are in this condition, right? Now what we have to do is, you can see in the left hand side there is ROS, on the right hand side there is ROS. So this ROS is of negative, so bring it on to the left hand side so that ROS can be on one side. So angle ROS, which is already here, now this minus ROS will become plus ROS, right? Now transfer this POS over to the right hand side to bring this statement, right? So equal to QoS is already there, minus, now this is of plus, it will become minus POS, right? Now further, ROS plus ROS will be 2 angle ROS. Now equal to angle QoS minus angle POS, right? We have added 2 angle ROS, so that will be 2 angle ROS, right? So you can see there, this 2 is in the multiply, so transfer it into the denominator of it. So what it will bring me, so let me just rub the proof here, it will already come into the place. So if I just simply transfer this 2 downside, so angle ROS will be equal to angle QoS minus angle POS upon 2. Now you can see this is in the bracket, so what we can write as 1 into. So this half can be separated, right? So let me just also write it like this, that would be better, that half angle QoS minus POS. This is what we have to prove in this question, and we have reached to that point, right? So this is how we are going to prove that angle ROS, that means this one, is equal to half of angle QoS minus POS. Getting my point? That's all. So students, moving on to the last question of this exercise, so do observe it very carefully, right? Now in this question number 6 here, it is given to us that it is given that XYZ angle is equal to 64 and XY is produced to point P. Draw a figure from the given information. So there is no figure given to us previously. We have to draw the diagram here. So let me start from right here. That it is given to me that angle XYZ, let me just draw an angle here like X, Y and Z, right? So you can see here. So this is the angle. It is given to me as 64 degree, right? Now further angle and XY is produced to point P. So आप यहाँ पे XY जो है वो लाइन देख सकते हैं, इसको प्रोड्यूस करना है, आगे बढ़ाना है. So let me just produce it further, something like this. So up to point P. So you can see I have just extended line XY to point P. So that means XP is a straight line. Getting my point? So let me start with given here. So XYZ angle is given to us as 64 degree. Also XY is produced to point P. So XP is a straight line. So this is what is given to us, and to find out, you can see here we have to find out angle XYQ. Now thing is that here one more thing is given to us, that if ray YQ bisect angle ZYP. So where is angle ZYP? This angle is ZYP. So there's a ray named YQ. Bisect. So let me tell you the word bisect. That means divide that angle in two equal parts. So ये जो angle ZYP है, YQ ray क्या कर रही है? इसको equal parts में divide कर रही है. Getting my point? So if it is 60, so it is dividing it into 30-30. But we don't know angle ZYP, right? So here what is given to us that this ray YQ is actually bisecting angle ZYP. Getting my point? So the next thing is we have to find out angle XYQ. So where is angle XYQ? You can see XYQ. That means the combination of this and this. So XYZ plus ZYQ combinedly will get me XYQ. So we are given that XYZ is 64. That means we need to find out angle ZYQ so that angle XYQ can be calculated. Getting my point? Also another angle that we have to find out, and that is reflex angle QYP. So reflex, let me just write reflex here. Reflex angle QYP. That is what we have to find out. Right? So reflex angle QYP. So where is QYP? QYP. That means this angle. Right? So this is angle QYP. Now reflex angle, let me just show you here, like QYP. So this is angle QYP. So what is reflex angle? We know that the complete angle is 360 degrees. So I'm going to simply subtract this angle from 360 so that this remaining angle, reflex angle, could be found out. Right? So this is a reflex angle QYP. Getting my point? This is angle QYP and the remaining angle, that is reflex angle QYP, is this. Getting my point? So we have to find out that. Now starting one by one. So let me just rub all the given question because I have written all here. So the first step is, if you observe here that XP is a straight line, right? And YZ is a ray standing on it, right? So YZ is actually dividing the whole 180 degree angle in two parts. That means XYZ and ZYP. So I can write here that this complete line, actually, you can see XP is a straight line. So we can write as angle XYZ plus angle ZYP. You can see XYZ plus ZYP. Whole is making a total angle that is 180 degree or straight line, right? So equal to 180 degree because XP is a straight line, right? Now we know XYZ is 64. So let me just write here 64 degrees plus angle ZYP. So we don't know angle ZYP. So let it be like the same. Now transfer the 64 onto the right hand side. So that will bring me angle ZYP as 180 minus 64 degrees. Now what is 180 minus 64? Now 10 minus 4 is 6, 7 minus 6, 1. So 116 degree. So 116 degree is this complete angle ZYP. Right? Now it is given in the question that this ray YQ is actually dividing this complete angle ZYP in two equal parts. That means we are going to just simply half it so we can get both the angles ZYQ and QYP, right? So let me just rub this area here, right? So I'm going to start from here. So just observe it carefully. Now the thing is, we know that YQ bisect angle ZYP, right? So it is given to us. So YQ bisect angle ZYP. So this implies that angle ZYQ is equal to angle QYP is equal to half of angle ZYP. You can see this angle ZYQ and QYP will be equal because this ray is actually dividing these two angles into equal parts. This complete angle into two equal parts. Getting my point? So that means angle ZYP का half करने पे मेरे को क्या मिलेगा? Angle ZYQ और QYP जो कि दोनों आपस में क्या है? Equal है. Getting my point? So you can see here, this is the multiply sign. Don't mistaken for x, right? So let me just write it clear. Now half into ZYP. So what is ZYP? You can see here 116. So 116 का अगर मैं half कर देता हूँ तो 2 5 is 10 and 2 8 is 16. That is 58 degree. You can divide it in the rough side. So it is 58 degree. That means angle ZYQ is equal to angle QYP is equal to 58 degrees. That means both the angles are now of 58 degrees. Getting my point? Now The thing is, we have to find out angle XYQ. Now, what is angle XYQ? You can see XYQ. So this is the angle XYQ, and it is the combination of two angles I have earlier told you, that is XYZ plus ZYQ. And now we know angle ZYQ. Also, XYZ is given to us as 64. So I'm going to simply add the 64 and 58 degree angles to get angle XYQ, right? So let me just rub this space here. So you can see here angle XYQ is equal to angle XYZ plus angle ZYQ, right? So XYZ plus ZYQ. Now XYZ is 64 and ZYQ is 58. So this is angle XYQ. Now simply add them. So 8, 4, 12, 6, 6, 12, right? So 112 degrees is angle XYQ, right? Now we have found this angle. Now the remaining angle is angle QYP. Now we know angle QYP is 58. We have to find out reflex angle QYP. Now I've told you, so like this QYP. Now QYP is given to us as 58. So how we will find out this angle? Simply subtract this from 360 degrees. So reflex, let me sign here. So reflex angle QYP is equal to 360 degree minus angle QYP. And we know angle QYP. So let me just rub this first. So reflex angle QYP is equal to 360 degree minus. Now what is angle QYP? You can see here 58 degrees. So 360 minus 58. Let me just solve it. So 360 minus 58 is 10 minus 8 is 2. So 5 minus 1 is 0. So that is 302 degrees. So we get the reflex angle as 302 degrees. So this is how we have calculated the reflex angle QYP and also angle XYQ. So this is all about this question. That's all.